Functional food is health food on purpose. It's for anyone, anywhere, anytime, all the time. This is what human performance looks like. Physiology activating, modulating, attenuating, protecting at all levels and layers every day. And what makes the dietary difference is making each day count. Everyday results add up. Affecting eating habits add up, stack up, and help you level up. As for what food actually does inside us, food serves three daily pursuits. The first two are common knowledge, fueling and building. They're macronutrients, calories, carbs, proteins, and fats, but it's the third area that is the blind spot. Food conditions us. Micronutrition from nutrient-dense foods conditions the function of our physiology. And this is where the critical role of plant foods become obvious. Plant food micronutrition is a deep sea of discovery. Its deeper level of impact comes from nutrient density. It's the ocean of plant food in its molecular majesty for anyone, every day, physiology everywhere. This is way under the hood stuff. You cannot put all of these nutrients on a food label. These are the phytonutrients in a fresh, whole, clean apple. Works every time in us, and it works like a symphony. It doesn't mean much in a day and a week, but these phytochemicals provide just-in-time inventory that compound over time. There is a conditioning effect with nutrient density from plant foods. Food conditioning every day adds up, stacks up, and helps us be more effective. This is what food conditioning looks like in its peak state. I could replace this image, though, with a pregnant woman, a patient, a parent, a pundit, a kid, the greatest generation, the next generation, anyone and everyone, because it impacts us all the same, and this is why it matters. You either own it or you don't. We are all held accountable by the rules of the game we choose to play, and on the field to play in this game called life. Effective eating habits make you effective. Effective nutrition is only as good as your everyday execution over time. Lather, rinse, repeat, same as it ever was. Not much is going to change until you change something that you do daily. Eating the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet every day is kind of the moment of truth, however inconvenient it is. This one rule gets as close as we can to nutritional gravity. 7, 9, 12 servings a day, you decide. And yet, this is where we are, and it's been this low for decades. Our reality is a modern food vortex, a black hole of dietary delinquency. Children are more harmed by poor nutrition than by alcohol, drugs, and tobacco combined, with a shorter life expectancy than their parents. These are my daughters. And not only will kids love like you do, they will do what you do. As parents, we get to pass the torch to our kids, which is both a blessing and a responsibility. As a dad on a mission, I believe health has become an adaptive trait, an acquired learning, a functional skill set with a curriculum on par with reading, writing, and arithmetic. We are failing and we've lost the plot. Our healthy habits don't finish strong every day. I'm in the game and I'm a foodie and I don't even finish strong every day, but I know my daily gaps and I've used one simple tried and proven approach that makes me more effective every day for the last 20 years. Being effective means the best idea wins. Being effective means it works. Functional food is effective, it works, and its innovation just makes sense. Functional foods are relatively new. They are simple, smart, and different. This is the defining distinction between functional foods and traditional supplements. Functional foods are food first versus not food. Functional food uses technology at the service of healthy, effective food on purpose. It elevates dietary consumption. At a minimum, it's a tried and proven health food hack to replace the multivitamin. By definition, supplemental food is nutrient dense. Functional foods believe in Mother Nature, and it simply targets getting more of it into people. You cannot put all of this on a label, but all of this is in functional food. There are around 50,000 known metabolites, and science estimates that there are probably over 200,000 phytochemicals that we've yet to discover. Plant powders are a functional food that just makes sense and creates dietary leverage. It's not a vitamin pill, an antioxidant supplement, or even a cocktail of nutrients like a multivitamin. It's just plant matter. What if you could take all of these fruits, harvest in their vine-ripened state, and freeze them on site, and then juice them where you eviscerate the hemicellulose and the cellulose, Vitamix kind of juicing, and then remove the water? What's left? It's matter that matters. What if you could do that to the vegetables? All of these berries. What you get is fruit, vegetable, and berry plant powders. This is what the most successful, widely consumed functional food looks like in the world. When I was introduced to these plant powders, they made immediate sense to me. I'm a former professional athlete, and if we are anything, athletes are ruthlessly practical, and they do what works, and I saw these as effective and simple, and a health hack that uses technology differently to be more effective. The world will know of plant powders because of this brand. It's simply a more effective way to bridge the gap between what you know you should be doing and what you are actually doing every day over time. This is an everyday food advantage on purpose that gives you a cascade of micronutrients from plant powders. I ask people, are you familiar with food conditioning with plant powders? And that question sums up what it is and how it works. This brand is focused on being the best for the world in health food. It remains the global leader in plant powder concentrates for over 27 years. It's the micro side of conditioning the body. Plant powder shakes for over 25 years to fuel and build the body with macronutrients. And for the last 5 years, it's been the global leader in plant-based omegas. Who knew? Omegas 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. So we took out the middle fish. It's a smart and more sustainable way to get healthy omegas. All of this food is non-GMO and gluten-free. It's NF Sports certified, which is the highest certification of purity and safety. It's used in professional athletes, high-risk cancer patients, high-risk pregnancy. It's simple, safe, sensible, sustainable, and it's been proven to be built to last. Beyond the hundreds of thousands of personal stories, it has over 40 published clinical studies. This brand stands alone as the number one most clinically researched, peer-reviewed, and published brand-named health food product in the world. The best athletes in the world adapt. They adapt to what's better. In the game of gains, food conditioning with plant powders is becoming their new normal. It's fundamental, it's a daily habit, and it spans across aerobic, anaerobic, power, finesse, skill sports. It's safe, it's legal, it's an ergogenic advantage. For everyday performers, for people who just want things to work and work better, I encourage you to learn how kids can get it for free. Mama bears are some of its most ardent supporters. Medical health, fitness, and athletic professionals use it with their people. It's a competitive advantage for anyone. It's good food hygiene, and it's a new standard. To learn more, to dig deeper, I invite you to get with the person who shared this with you or reach out to me. You can also follow me on the YouTube channel Health Food Agents, and we'll see you on the field of play.